it's time for another fuckboy of the month. So, as some of you know, I've relocated to Miami Beach. I've been here for like about 4 weeks, and who knew that Miami Beach also has fuckboys, and I've already encountered my fair share. But there's really one who sticks out, and that's what this video is about. So we are going to call him Luis, as in like Luis Miguel, the Latin singer, because this fuckboy is Latin, so how fitting, Luis. So Luis and I met, on an app online, whatever. We started talking. Super nice, super cool, super normal seeming, right? So he keeps making an effort. He's one of those who responds to me within 3 to 5 minutes, like really quick response rate. And he kept expressing all this interest. He was like, oh, you're new, I want to show you around. By the way, he's a bit older, 40s. So again, whenever somebody's that old, I assume that they're like really mature and they have their shit together. He keeps saying that he wants to show me around, and I'm kind of flattered because I just got here. Like, it'd be great to know somebody who can show me the ropes, as they say. So we plan to meet the weekend after, the same weekend of the week that we started talking, which super rare for me that somebody makes that kind of effort. So I'm like totally enthralled. He's quick to respond, he's a gentleman, the whole thing. And the weekend comes and I'm like, you still want to hang out? And he's like, absolutely, like I would love to meet you, all this stuff. So we plan to meet in this area close to downtown Miami, just the general region. And an hour before he wants us to meet, he's like, hey, let's meet there at this time, right? So I'm like, okay, perfect. Time goes by, I'm getting ready, and then 20 minutes before we're supposed to meet, I text him to figure out where exactly I should take a Lyft to, because I don't know the area. Like, when you take a Lyft or an Uber, you need this specific location, right? So I'm waiting to hear back from him, and 5 minutes go by. I'm like, maybe he's just busy. 10 minutes, 15 minutes, and now I'm just like confused because we're supposed to meet at that time, and I haven't heard from him. So I sent another text, question mark, no response, and I noticed that my text messages are going through green. And for any iPhone users, you guys know that messages between iPhone users are always blue. So our messages were always blue, and then suddenly they're green at the time that we're supposed to be meeting. So I'm like, that's really weird. So I assume maybe he just switched phones from the last time we talked to now, and now he has an Android phone, or maybe he's having a tech issue, or maybe it's a connection issue. So I'm confused because now I'm like, are my texts not going through? And so they're going to this green. Like, I'm starting to get like confused about it and like stressed out because I really want to meet this guy, right? And then I still don't hear from him, and I'm totally confused. And this is a Saturday night, so I end up not having any plans. Saturday night, my first or second weekend in Miami, and I'm just like bummed, like sitting home like, what the hell happened? So the next day, I'm still thinking about it, like, what happened to this guy? And he was so nice and so normal and everything. No red flags whatsoever, which is rare for me with the guys I talk to. So I'm just really puzzled, and I almost feel like something bad happened. How innocent and naive of me to think that it had nothing to do with him not wanting to talk to me. I just assumed something went wrong, like he got hit by a car, or I don't know. So I have this smart thought, and I think, well, on WhatsApp, the app WhatsApp, you can see whether somebody's read your message. So I'm like, why don't I reach out to him there? Because if there is a phone connection texting issue, he should still be able to get that because that's through data, right? It doesn't, I think, whatever. People can still get messages, even let's say when they're like internationally, when they travel internationally and they can't receive text messages, they can still receive WhatsApp messages because it goes through like data, right? Is that how it works? I don't know, whatever. So I reach out on WhatsApp and I say, hey, like, is everything okay? Never heard from you. And within like 30 seconds, the message, the arrows or the check marks, if you use WhatsApp, you know what I'm talking about, they turn blue, which means that he read my message. So I'm like, oh, so he's just ignoring me? Like, and then he disappears on WhatsApp. His profile picture, his name, the whole thing disappeared. And it finally clicks. He blocked me on WhatsApp. And then it finally clicked he blocked my text messages, and that's why they turn green, because I guess I googled it, and apparently that's the case. When you block another iPhone user, your text can go through often as green. So not only did this guy stand me up, but he felt the need to block me, which is mind-blowing to me, because it's like, I'm not the type of person to be like threatening in any way. Nothing strange happened. I didn't like send him 8 million text messages or like a weird, I don't know what happened. I still don't understand. And then of course my mind goes and I'm like, is this a guy who's on the down low? Like, is he married to man or woman? And this wasn't supposed to happen. Like, what happened? And it always kills me because I hate not knowing what somebody's thinking. I hate not understanding. But there's nothing you can do. Like, this is somebody who is clearly kind of a dickhead. I would never in a million years lead somebody on and say, I really want to meet you and you know, I want to show you around town, to somebody who just moved there like a week before that. And then not only ditch, but like block them. Like, what is that about? Luckily, I was still at home. I hadn't actually taken a lift to where we were supposed to meet, so I couldn't help myself. I grabbed my work phone, which he didn't know that number was a separate phone. And because he had blocked me everywhere else, I'm like, I'm still gonna get to this guy. And I sent him this message and I'm like, you know what? You should be ashamed. Like, how dare you treat somebody like this who just came here? And there are gay kids who kill themselves over stuff like this, like over being manipulated and confused and fucked with by other gay men. Like, you should really think about your actions. I just couldn't help myself. I had to send something. Anyway, I've never been stood up before, so this is a first. Great way to start living in Miami for me. And I don't think I've ever been blocked before, so a lot of firsts so far. Let me know if this has ever happened to you.